Hello everyone. So I'm here with my cup of tea and I wanted to discuss a little bit the results of the Booker Prize. It's also Friday, so I will do Friday reads later, but you're getting two videos from me today just because of the Booker. So as you probably have seen, Shugi Bain won. And I at first was very surprised, and I think the reason I was surprised is because Shugi Bain felt like a very safe choice. I haven't seen anybody hating the book. There's varying levels of excitement about it, but I haven't seen anybody hating it. It's not a controversial one, I think. And that's exactly why it is surprising to me, because the Booker, it's normally chooses something risky, and some people love and some people hate. So I think in that direction, Shugi Bain felt like a very safe choice, and that's one of the reasons I didn't think it was going to win. I thought that either Brown Sugar or Real Life would have won, which had a lot more divisive response. Shugi Bain won. First of all, congratulations to Douglas Stewart. He did a good job. Shugi Bain was a good book. And I think that he also looked like a lovely person in the live and the live streaming. So yeah, congratulations to Douglas Stewart. But yes, as I say, I think that I was at the beginning I was feeling very surprised, and now that I have had a little bit more time to process it, it also feels a little bit underwhelming. Not exactly disappointed. I mean, I'm disappointed that This Mournable Body did not win, but Tsetse Tangaremga got her books back in print, and I'm probably going to buy them when they're out. So yeah, at the end she still got some publicity that she deserves. And I'm not disappointed that Douglas Stewart got the Booker, because it was a good book. But I was underwhelmed because it was a safe choice, and I think Shugi Bain is one of those books that you read, you think it's good, you maybe cry because it's emotional, and then you forget, because there are so many others like it, maybe not in the same setting, maybe not as beautifully written, or maybe not the exact book, but those are stories that have been told before, and that's I think why it feels underwhelming, because it's not a book that will blow your mind. And on top of that, I think I personally am a rational reader that likes to think when they read books and likes to have their mind blown. And this book is emotional. This book touches the heart. And Douglas himself said this is a love story at its core. And I agree, it's a love story, and that love stories are meant to touch your heart, not your brain. And I prefer books that play with my brain. So yeah, for me that's I think the main reason why I'm not static, but I'm also not bitter about it. I think, yeah, as I said, it's a good book. It's a safe choice. Maybe the Booker wanted to be a bit safe for once. And yeah, I think a lot of people are also surprised that a person of color did not win, because there were 4 people of color and 2 white people in the shortlist. But Douglas Stewart is gay, and he's from a working class background, so there is representation there as well. And he's Scottish, and I didn't know that Scottish people did not win this prize so much, but apparently it's a big thing as well. So yeah, I think that in that sense, not that books should be judged by who wrote them, but yeah, if you are interested in that, there is some representation on the choice as well. So in that sense, I don't think it's that controversial either. So yeah, that's how I feel about The Winner. But I think that despite my feelings about the long list, the short list, The Winner, I also wanted to talk a bit about the experience of reading the long list and being part of the Booker Boy book club, which Kieran put together, and I'm forever thankful for to him for doing that. And I think that this was a very nice experience to me. I did not like every book I read. In fact, I did despise some of them. I did not like several of them. But I really enjoyed the community that we built around it. I really enjoyed discussing the books with other people. I have made friends through the book club, and I discovered some great books that are going to stay with me. Some people were asking about my top books of the long list, since I read all of them at the end, and I think that my top 3 would have to be Who They Was by Gabriel Krause, which I think it was a pity that it was not in the short list. I should definitely have been. This More Noble Body by Tsitsi Dangarembga, and The Mirror and the Light by Hilary Mantel, which I think it should have been in the short list as well, but just because it's Hilary Mantel and it's the third in a trilogy that everybody loves, I think it did not need the publicity as much, whereas I think Gabriel Krause, being his debut novel, would have benefited a lot more from being on the shortlist. So that made me quite disappointed. But I think those 3 books are going to be with me for a long time. And then the rest, there were varying levels of enjoyment. I think the ones that made the shortlist, most of them, were books that I can see why people like them and I can see why they are there, but did not make an impact on me personally. So if those 3 that I have mentioned were in the shortlist, plus any other of the shortlisted books, I would have been happy with it. So it's not like those books were terrible, they were just not as impactful for me, I think. And yeah, I'm saying this because if you saw my shortlist reaction, that was a very disappointing moment for me. But yeah, that has passed, and I'm okay with The Winner, and I enjoyed the process. And with that said, I think that I am definitely going to be part of the book club next year as well. Kieran said that he's going to do it again, so I'm looking forward to that. And I want to read the long list because I have found I haven't read all the books in other years, but I have read some of them, and I tend to not agree with The Winner, but well, there are exceptions, but I tend to not be overly enthusiastic about The Winner, but I have found some great books in the short list and long lists. So reading the long list, I think, will give me that possibility to find great books that might not necessarily win, but are still worth my time, and I can hype them here so that all of you also read them. I also think that I might do the long list of the International Booker, because I think this year the International Booker was a lot more interesting, I think, than other years. And I have read quite a few of those books and loved quite a few of those books. So I might do the long list next year, I will see, because those books tend to be less accessible. So I don't know how it will work out. But yeah, I overall enjoyed the experience, and I'm happy that I did it. And let me know in the comments what you thought about The Winner, and I will look forward to all your comments. And until next video.